And has to start making those free throws, taking advantage of their trips to the free throw line. They are, however, perfect from three-point range, and everything else is equal.
Brevin Knight, 3 assists in just 3 minutes. He came in and made things happen.
How about Jared Jeffries, too, coming in and making a couple of real nice moves.
Brendan Haywood's career high, 19 points in Dallas on December 8, 2001. He's got 10 in the first quarter here. Jarvis Hayes needs some help. Here's Haywood again against Mehmet Okur. Brendan inside, nice move, trying to fight for the rebound, couldn't get it.
That was another nice
move. It was a good move.
He didn't get it to go down.
Nearly had it. Somebody put some STP in his Gatorade. Hamilton underneath. Okur's fouled by Jared Jeffries, and he'll shoot 2.
Eddie Jordan has not rested Brendan Haywood yet. He's playing so well.
Juan Dixon also in the lineup for the Wizards. So Dixon, Butler, Jared Jeffries, Brendan Haywood. Mitchell mishandles it but gets it back. Tries to muscle one up, no foul. Eddie Jordan looking at Joey Crawford saying, hey, what do you think? Here's Bob Sura in the game. Corliss Williamson also in the lineup for Detroit, along with Tremaine Folks. Here's Bobby Sura. Mehmet Okur. The Wizards will let that go out of bounds.
Boy, they did a good job defensively. They defended every offensive maneuver Detroit tried to throw at him.
Larry Brown signed a 5-year deal. Many people don't expect him to be in Detroit for all 5 years. He doesn't usually stick around. He spent 6 years with the Sixers, which is his longest coaching stint ever in the NBA. ABA or college for that matter. His previous longest stay was at Kansas for 5 years. Here's Jared Jeffries. Tough shot, can't get it to go. Haywood is there for the follow. He has been tremendous off the glass.
Notice he never brought that ball down, too. That's something that we've talked about, right? Trying to get out of the habit of doing, but he kept it up high above everyone and dropped it back in.
12 points, 4 rebounds for Haywood as Rip Hamilton scores again. He's got 10 on 5 of 6 shooting. It's almost like there's a different person inside Haywood's body. Nice pick and roll. Score the field goal. He'll go to the line. What has gotten into Haywood?
I'm speechless.
It's unbelievable.
Pick and roll, sets a pick, rolls towards the ball, goes up in traffic, and throws it down with 2 hands. He's rebounding the ball. He's going after things.
Now, if he makes the free throw, Phil, we're going to have to check his saliva. He got it.
Everything at both ends of the court. He's played aggressively. Everything he's done, it's done with a purpose, and he's attacked the basket like that, 2 hands. Pick and roll, handles it in traffic.
Hot shooting by the Wizards in the first half at over 54%. As the lead by 5 over the 11-6 Detroit Pistons here in Washington. We'll take a look at these statistics through 1/2 of basketball tonight.
Well, teams shooting 50% or better. Washington 3 for 4 from three-point range. Not doing so well from the free throw line, only 5 of 8. But you can see this number right here, this 14 points in the paint. Washington having a 12+12 advantage, and that's big when you talk about the 2 big men that they have inside. Assist 11-7 going the way of the Pistons. And how about that? Washington with 3 blocks, and the number 4 team coming into this game has yet to get their first block
That's
shot.
amazing, Phil. That is amazing. They average 6.65 blocks per game. And, of course, Ben Wallace is second in the league in blocks per game, only to Theo Ratliff. But Ben has not had one swat tonight, while the Wizards have 3. Kwame Brown has 1, Brendan Haywood has 1, and Chris Whitney is credited for a block.
Of course, scoring-wise, you can see Hamilton and Billups, as always, leading the way. They average just under 40 a game. Eldon Campbell with 6, and Corliss Williamson with 5 off the bench. Keep in mind, they have a very potent bench that can be effective. On the other side, Brendan Haywood leading all scorers, 17 points. He was 8 for 12 from the field, also had 8 rebounds. Larry Hughes only missed 1 shot. He had 13. Whitney with 5, and Kwame and Jeffries following that up.
Haywood just 2 points shy of matching his career high of 19, which he had against Dallas on December 8, 2001. He's been the Defensive Player of the Year 2 years in a row. In fact, since the inception of the award in 1983, no one has won the award 3 straight times. The only player to have won 3 or more lifetime was Dikembe Mutombo, who won it 4 times. Of course, had the award been around since the 50s,
I was going to say, when Bill Russell was around,
he would have won it every year he played.
Yeah.
This quarter, Chauncey Billups is 2 for 3 from the field. The rest of the Detroit team is 0 for 7. But Washington has not scored in 6 minutes and 27 seconds, 0 for 10 from the field. Here's Larry Hughes baseline, lays it off underneath, lost it out of bounds. Wizards ball with 10 to shoot.
But we said that the real strength of this team is their defense. They also have a strong bench. We talked about their backcourt, but their defense is what they're relying on right now in the game.
Hughes had it swiped away, and there's their defense. Here comes Rip Hamilton, and he scores, and now the Pistons lead by 4. Wizards without a Tom Thomas tonight. He has the flu, so he can't play. Brendan Haywood was sensational in the first half. Kind of quiet here so far in the second. Whitney can't break the scoring drought. Washington, this is unbelievable. Rip inside, lost it out of bounds. Detroit ball, 16 on the shot clock. Wizards had 46 at half. They have 46 now, with 5:43 to play in the 3rd quarter. Wallace will muscle on Jeffries. Fadeaway shot off the glass is a beauty for Big Ben Wallace, who played his first 3 seasons with the Wizards, was not drafted out of college at Virginia Union. And Detroit has their largest lead of 6. Someone's got to hit a basket here. Will it be Haywood? Yes, it is.
How about that? That ties his career high.
19 points.
On a jump shot, too. How about that?
Wizards now 1 of 12 for the quarter. Hamilton off the screen. Hayes way up for the rebound. Jeffries spins inside, goes off the glass too strong. Haywood is there, has it knocked away. Back up strong, and he's fouled. He is a man possessed here tonight.
Looked up and said, hey, my mama's in the audience. I got to play well.
We need to bring her to all the games,
That's
Phil.
right. Got to make her a season ticket holder.
Exactly. Or at least get her one of those 10 game plans. Then she'll get the Lakers game for free.
How about that? Good job.
Haywood
Give you a part-time job with the sales staff here. And tell them Steve sent you.
That's right. A little bit strong. Brendan now 1 of 2 from the line. And again can get his career high with a free throw here. Pistons by 4. Now some pressure by the Wizards. Foul on Jared Jeffries. His second personal. Detroit ball on the side.
Boy, when you force a ball handler to pick up his dribble and you have him trapped, that's the last time you want to foul him. I mean, you want to play aggressively. But you got him pinned in there.
Exactly. There's nothing he can do. Phillips, nice steal. In the passing lane, Chris Whitney's down, and he's limping on an ankle. Whitney's still wincing with the ankle. Jarvis Hayes off a screen. The jumper. Hughes is there. Larry, tough fadeaway, gets the roll. So Hughes, to go along with his 15 points, has 4 steals in the night. His season high 5 against Atlanta. A lot of contact. James Capers going to bring Phil Robinson over. They'll discuss it and call a foul on Jared Jeffries.
Right, Capers wanted to call a foul, maybe an offensive foul on Phillips, forcing Jeffries down, and then of course he just tripped, lost his footing. It ends up being a good call. Good job by the officials, though, to come together and discuss what they saw. They came up with the right call.
Chauncey Billups, 7th in the NBA in free throw shooting. In his 7th year from Colorado, and now Mehmet Okur checks back in, replaces Eldon Campbell. Wizards led by 8 in the first half, by 5 at the break. But Washington has scored just 4 points in this quarter. Juan Dixon back in the Wizards lineup. Hughes lost it into the backcourt. Will they call it a violation? Yes.
Backcourt violation, Detroit ball.
And now Larry Brown calls time. Not a good quarter for Washington after a terrific first half of basketball. Looked like with the Wizards, Rip Hamilton, who was picked by Washington with a 7th overall selection in 1999, played 3 years here. This is his second in Detroit. His first 3 years in Washington, he averaged 9 points, and then 18 points, and then 20 points. The Wizards traded him to Detroit last September for Jerry Stackhouse, Brian Cardinal, and Ratko Varda. Hubert Davis and Bobby Simmons went along with him in that deal. Wizards fans baring their chests and their backs tonight to show that they're Wizards fans. Luckily, this game played indoors. Washington has scored 4 points in this, the 3rd quarter, with 3:18 to play. Boy, no call, a lot of contact inside. Woo! Dixon, 10 to shoot. Going all the way, lays it off for Hayes inside, no good. Haywood, and he's fouled by Wallace. And another offensive rebound for Brendan Haywood. Sure it is, even the big men. Now just 6 seconds on the shot clock. Dixon with 4 seconds. Juan has to get it up. The jumper short, and Detroit has it. Good defense. They hold teams to 89.2 points, which is 8th in the league. Hamilton, tough fadeaway, gets the roll. 18 points for Rip Hamilton.
Himself as Leitner did, and leaving that lane wide open.
Pistons by 4. Sean Prince. Foul called by Phil Robinson. It's going to be on Jarvis Hayes. Fourth personal on Hayes. And Prince goes to the line. Tayshaun Prince, who started to come into his own in the playoffs last year, averaged 3.3 points and 1 rebound in the regular season, 9.4 points and 3.8 rebounds in the playoffs. Wizards fans looking for the perfect holiday gift, check out the Wizards Holiday Pack. You'll get 2 tickets to see the Wizards take on Iverson and the Sixers, Steve Francis and Yao Ming and the Rockets, and Scottie Pippen and the Bulls, plus a Gilbert Arenas talking bobblehead, all for just $99. To order your holiday pack, call 202-432-SEAT or online at Ticketmaster.com. Six-point lead by Detroit. 7 has been their largest tonight. Correction, 6 has been their largest. Here's Leitner for the open jumper. Got it. Now the double team and the near steal on Sura, and Dixon comes up with it. And he's fouled from behind by Tremaine Folks. Corliss Williamson. Nice play by Blake. Comes back and gets it. He was inbounds when he picked up the ball. For Hayes underneath. Reverse layup.
Well, good job by Steve Blake defensively to hustle back into that play and then hustle back in court, make sure he establishes himself inbounds.
Wizards trying to double team, and Dixon couldn't stop his momentum.
Well, that's what he likes to do. He saw Bobby Sura turn his back to him. He was going to come on the blind side and try and pick him clean. We saw him do that several times in that Laker game, which led to 5 steals. Of course, it was, I don't know if you call it garbage time, really, but they were down by quite a bit. But watch, there's Blake right there. He has to save the ball now. He hustles back inbounds and establishes his foot, both feet, I should say, inbounds. And then Jarvis converts the...
Wizards led by as many as 8 in the first. Detroit's led by as many as 6 here in the second. Mehmet Okur got Leitner into the air and drew the foul. Jeffrey spins, no call, and gets the bounce off.
Bill Robinson told him just get up. And that's the second time that he's tried the flop move and not been rewarded a charge.
I like to see the no call.
Oh, I do too.
But it's an inconsistent, it's a completely subjective call, and I think the officials need to get a little bit more together on that, Phil.
I would like
make it more consistent.
I agree with you 100%. Jarvis that time almost came up with the steal. But it was Jared Jeffries on this side. He gets Okur. Now he spins around. Okur drops back. And you see Phil Robinson saying, get up.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen a lot less contact be called a foul in different games, different situations. Foul on Steve Blake.
Boy, a little indecisiveness between both Jared Jeffries and Steve Blake. I think Steve had fought his way through. Jared didn't quite let him go, and the two got tangled, and then eventually Chauncey Billups got tripped up.
Billups makes the first. And Detroit's #1 pick in their draft, the 2nd overall, Darko Milicic, picked after LeBron James and before Carmelo Anthony. He's only played in 7 games this year, has not scored a point. Don't you think they would maybe like to have that pick over again? Not that he's not a great player, but you got Carmelo Anthony on this team.
They feel like they've got some depth right now that they can afford to wait.
Blocked by Wallace inside, and that's his first block of the night, I believe. And it comes at a huge time for Detroit. Leading by 2, 7:10 to go in regulation. Good defense, trying to draw a foul, didn't get it. Here's Blake. Wizards run 3-on-2. Blake going all the way, lays it off for Hayes.
Whoa, yeah. Normally you don't get that deep without taking the shot, but Steve Blake made the right decision, got the trailer. In this case, it was Jarvis.
Bringing the MCI Center crowd to its feet. Eddie Jordan wants to travel, and Robinson says no way, and Hamilton gets an easy two. Eddie Jordan is livid, and he's getting a technical foul, and he may be gone. He is. I believe he is. I think Joey Crawford's hit him with two, but we'll have to wait and see.
I think it's just one.
Well, he hit him once, and then he hit him again. It may have been the same one. It may have been just reiterating the same
Actually,
one.
Eddie was calling a timeout.
Well, he came out onto the court to do it. I don't know if we have the play in question that made Eddie Jordan so...
He thought it was a traveling violation. The ball, Chauncey lost possession of the ball. Eddie's a coach that you very rarely see get hot under the collar like that. They're the two officials, actually all three of them together, knowing that this being a close game, things are going to get real tight now. They have to be on the... This is the play we're talking about. Chauncey gets over the half court. Now watch him stop, goes to pick the ball up. Now he loses control of it, and he does take a step forward. But my understanding in that rule is that if you lose control of the ball, you're always allowed to go get it as long as you don't take a step forward.
Well, that may be the case. May be the case. Whatever it was, it incensed Eddie Jordan to the point that when he called timeout, he came out onto the court to do it, and that's when Joey Crawford hit him with a tee. And Crawford hit him with a tee, and then reiterating the call. I thought he had given him a second tee, but no, it was just the one.
So he just has to back off. And nice finish there from Jarvis Hayes.
A rookie with great hops. Terrific, athletic young man, and 6 points for Jarvis Hayes tonight, but Eddie Jordan picking up a technical foul. And Rip Hamilton will shoot it. Interesting that the Pistons have one of the better free throw shooters of all time, Rip Hamilton, and one of the worst, Ben Wallace, who lifetime averages 41%.
This year, I think he's improved. He's right around 50%.
60% actually, 60%. Coming in 34-57. Three-point lead by Detroit, 6:28 to go. Pistons come off a big win last night. Here's Leitner for the open jumper, a little short. They beat Cleveland last night, 92-88. Hamilton with 44, career high. Here he is baseline and has two more.
Boy, you don't want to see those kind of shot opportunities for this team, particularly for Richard Hamilton.
Larry Hughes off the Washington bench. Hayes for a long jumper, no good. Leitner has the rebound. Swings it to Dixon. Juan working his way inside, short, no good. Jeffries there for the tip. The free throws made by the Wizards. 10 of 18, and boy, that hurts. Mehmet Okur drives on Haywood, draws a foul.
Sent all of their players up around half court, and if Kwame caught that, he probably would have had an easy chance to score.
7-point lead by Detroit, their largest of the game, as the clock winds down to 1:09 to play. That sends part of the 16,853 in attendance to the aisles. Force 3 three-pointer, and it is indeed a dagger by Chauncey Billups. Okur makes one, has another. So the Detroit Pistons, who came in here with a tough win last night in Detroit, 92-88 over Cleveland, Fell down by 8 to the Wizards in the first half, by 5 at the half, but Washington in this stanza has not been productive from the field or the free throw line, and it's cost them. Now they trail 78-69, and things are looking bleak. Larry Hughes, long jumper, no good. Chased down by Lakeland. Here's Steve Blake. He'll fire the long J. That's no good. And Wallace the rebound, and that should pretty much do it. Eight to shoot. Phillips using all the shot clock to Hamilton, and that's your ball game. 25 points for Rip Hamilton, coming off of a career-high 44 last night. And the Wizards, who hung in this game for much of it, at least the first half, and then the second half, production-wise, they really fell off.
You consider all that they've been hit with. Arenas out, of course, Atan, their leading rebounder, out. It became a defensive struggle. And, Detroit just is a better defensive team than them and held them to 23 points in the second half.
And that establishes another new career low, franchise low for this Wizards team in a half. It was going into the season 25. It became 24 in Seattle. Tonight, 23 points in the second half, a new franchise low.